fine. We're the
Thank
clear.
you.
We're the clear.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Well,
Okay,
well,
everyone
everybody's
really
saying-
wants to go back and like screen cap that they
Good.
can. But...
Hey, we got
Just screen
captions
cap it.
working.
Okay,
Oh,
we're good.
they disappeared. Captions disappeared.
Same.
Hey,
Fight
put
out.
brown people in
You're
your
just looking
games,
for the
everyone.
music.
Ensure there are brown people in your games. Don't make that one
Yeah.
brown person in your games
Oh.
feel uncomfortable. I've been there. Don't fucking do it. It's shitty.
That
Thank you.
didn't
I
make
don't.
my life.
I don't think they can hear us yet.
Oh, but
They can
see my
read a
captions.
caption. They can.
Read my aggressive.
Oh, they can hear us now.
Oh,
Cool.
hello.
Also, shenanigans. Fuck.
Well,
Wait,
right now
every-
it's not showing captions. Right now it's just showing them. Yeah.
Technology is wild.
Improv stream.
We're pro gamers. T, stop smiling like that. You're killing me. You're the worst.
I can smile differently.
No, you're doing it on purpose. You're doing a bit. T, I know you're doing a bit. Don't fucking sit there. And I know
This
you're
is
not.
how I smile. I smile with my front teeth only because my my bottom teeth are little.
I was so confused when you said your little teeth, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
All
Well,
of
like
your
your
little
top
teeth.
teeth are bigger. My bottom teeth are small.
all of my teeth are little. I
I'm sorry,
have like
just didn't understand
weird
the little
small
teeth.
teeth.
I've
My
got
teeth are jacked, so
very
I don't
big
smile
teeth.
with them.
No, you just like leaned back and went like this, and just stayed so still. And I was like, "What are you doing, teeth? Why
Two
are
of
you
them
staying
are-
so still?"
Two of my teeth are sideways. They're like the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Is that uncomfortable?
Teeth talk, everybody.
Ah.
This is for the Adonis
Post
out there.
teeth in chat.
Ooh.
Teeth in chat.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. What order?
Oh, in like
Can they hear
Streamlabs or
us?
whatever.
Like,
Oh,
can they hear the rest
Streamlabs.
of us?
Why is sound like this?
Why is anything like
question.
this?
Everyone posed really pretty. Because they are only looking at our faces, really.
Oh
Apparently.
wait, so somebody has to do Blue Steel, somebody else has to do Magnum. Who's doing which?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Alright, I'll do Blue Steel.
I don't know if I can do either.
I don't even remember what Magnum looks like. I need a refresher.
We're a really cute cast. I just have
Check.
to say that for the
Yeah.
record right now.
Okay,
We're
I
Oh,
can-
okay. I think.
Kind of hear you.
I can be heard. I'm audibly perceptible.
Hey, gang, can we hear Julio?
I
Hey,
think.
gang, please let us
Team.
know. if you can hear
Anyway.
Julio.
Let's start off with Bella.
Hi, how's it going? My name is Bella. Boondoggles on Twitter and TikTok. Please follow me. God bless. I was playing Lita Ocampo, who apparently Nadine's brother is evil. We don't know. Anyways, on to
Hey,
T?
I'm T. I play Petrushka. She sleep. That's all I got.
She sleep.
all
Okay,
right.
Velvet.
Greetings, I'm Velvet Feyfair. I'm playing Hildebranda, who likes fires. You can find me everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar.
Rowan.
Hello, lovely people. My name is Rowan. You can find me on the internets as at RedWhiteRP. My pronouns are they, them. And tonight I am playing Marcus Masters, All-American Boy / Lightbulb, whose pronouns are he, they.
Light bulb. Captain Light bulb.
I'm Rue. I use he or they pronouns. You can find me on the internet as at Ilana Knight 13 on Twitter, and everywhere else is Ilana Knight without the 13. I'm playing Orkilo, who is our Chaos Witch, and they use they them pronouns.
Because every team needs a Chaos Witch. And
We
I
all know it.
believe, Rue, you have the recap
I do have a recap.
in a really
Um,
awesome Overwatch book.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
cool.
I have this one, and then I have my other stream notebook is also an Overwatch notebook, but it's got
Oh, damn.
chibis on it.
Aw.
And that's
Who-
on branding.
Julio, you've never complimented my notebook.
Let me see your
Feels
notebook.
bad now.
I don't think we've seen it yet on stream.
We have not seen that on stream.
Yeah, we have not.
We
That
have
is
not seen
awesome.
that.
Big
I
fan.
love that.
Very appropriate.
Thank
I
you.
love Julio also going, "Show me your notebook." I'm
Show
like,
me your
"Jesus,
notebook."
Julio, relax.
Everybody pull your notebooks out. Anyway,
Expose
All
your
right.
notebooks.
So we went on a field trip to DC with Dr. Gray and Langston, Darcy, and Jackie, who are other students at the school. And we went to go and sit and listen to the Senate hearing on the Mutant Registration Act, because Dr. Gray was going to speak. But then everyone who isn't Marcus left. We all fucked off. We just kind of snuck out of...
May I add?
Huh?
May I add that Marcus
Yeah.
was very excited to watch America happen.
Yeah!
America's happening
That
right
was
now.
that was the best line of the night.
America's happening right
American
here.
democracy is happening in front of us.
Alita's like, are you fucking... Okay, fine, whatever.
Also, there were sentinels there, and Orkilo had a vision of the sentinels being there, and so they told Dr. Gray that shit was gonna go down, but then they left, so it didn't really matter. Do you want me to say the people who were in the back, or the descriptions that you gave of them, Julio?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can just
Sorry.
say who they were.
Oh, okay. Emma Frost and Scott Summers were sitting in the back in, like, really, really fancy, like, over-the-top clothes of the Senate, and I have it in my notes written down 4 times. At 4 separate instances did Orkilo think to themselves, I should have gone to the other school, exclusively because of the uniforms.
The uniforms are pretty cool.
And then we all snuck out and we went to the Captain America Museum first. It's inside the World War II Museum in the Smithsonian, I think. We decided.
Someone decided.
Someone decided. Yeah, you know. That's the first time we saw the Massachusetts Academy students who have black and red uniforms with like a really cool crest with I can't read my own handwriting, but it's got a cool crest. A flame and an emblem. Yeah, a flame and a pitchfork. And so we went there, and then Lita got one of everything, I think, souvenirs for Marcus. And then we went to the Holocaust Museum, so that Orkilo could sit and think, and, you know, have a moment, and everyone went with them. And also, Orkilo and Lita held hands, and it was really good.
It's very important that you all know they held hands. It was very sweet.
Sweet.
They're written in my notes.
They didn't kiss in the Holocaust Museum like fucking the Boldnar Stars, because that's disrespectful. Instead, they just held hands like you should in solidarity, you fucks. Anyways.
And then we were gonna go to the Mutant Museum, but we were on the way there. We stopped at the statue of Magneto, which is like his memorial. It's made out of like chunks of metal. And Hildebranda like melted her handprint around the like one of the pipes, and then like rearranged some pieces. I don't remember what you did with it.
Inscribed.
Yeah, you
blood and
inscribed
iron,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And got that all done. And we met a cowboy from the other academy whose name was Cassius. Then we saw that the like protesters were there, and there were some sentinels, and we were like, we saw that the protesters were there, and Orkilo did his favorite thing. Did their favorite thing rather, which is to send birds flying through the protesters because they wanted the birds to poop on them, and the protesters freaked out and someone dropped a gun which went off. And because the gun went off, the sentinels were sent to the scene to like investigate, and so we were all like, we're mutants, we're getting the fuck out of here. And so we walked calmly to the exit and did not go to the Mutant Museum. And then we ended up in the National Mall, and the students from the other school were in a fight with the protesters, and were like all out going at the protesters, and like also random citizens who were also kind of there. And
I would argue a full-on terrorist.
yeah.
There was some skerfluffle.
So skerfuffling.
Is that the word?
I
Oh,
can
I'm
say
not-
Duncan scrub ass humans.
Yeah,
And
I
the
was just like,
steps-
is it even a fight if one person's a superhuman and one's just a normal human without any weapon? Like, is that a fight, or is that just assaulting
Yeah.
humans?
On the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and then we got into a really fucking big fight. And we won. But they all escaped because one of them has really sick shadow powers and can like teleport with shadows. And also, once again, Orkilo was like, I picked the wrong school. And then we were picked up in the Blackbird. Is that what it's called? The ship, the
Yep.
Blackbird, by Marcus and Dr. Gray. And Dr. Gray was very disappointed in us. And made it clear that she was very disappointed in us, which I think maybe only one of us actually cared about.
I got shot. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah, you did get shot
There, yeah.
And my
because
And someone-
the police came.
and someone
That
apparently
fuzz.
spoke to me and said, "Lita, get out of here," who I knew.
Yeah.
That was fucking weird, right, Julio?
I don't know
Someone
nothing.
whose voice that you know said, "Get out of here."
I know close to nothing.
And
You know
then,
everything, and I will kill you.
I mean, that's a
and
real
then-
GM mood, though.
And then we silently took the Blackbird back from DC to New York, and that's where we are now.
That is where we left off. We are picking up. I believe that was on a Thursday, maybe. I actually kind of forgot the date because I didn't write it down this time. But we're gonna pick up on Friday, the day after, and it has been a particularly rainy, stormy day. No one has seen Dr. Gray. It seems that she's locked herself in her room and has not been seen since returning.
This bitch.
In the downtime, after your classes in the morning and whatnot, you just all hang out in the common area. To set the scene, there is a massive 55-inch, flat screen CRT TV right in the middle. There's students all around the couches. There's a bunch on the floor. Besides the 5 of you and the other 3 that you'd met on your trip previous, Jackie, Langston, and Darcy, there's about 20 other students, including Globby. Right now, you hear raindrops pelting the window panes, but even with how it's even though it's raining outside, it's still kind of decently noisy in here. But you can tell everyone's trying to stay hushed. Everyone's whispering, even though everyone's nervous. Right now, on the couch in front of the TV, Jackie is, he's committing robbery on Marvel's vs. Capcom 2. For those who are in the know, Jackie's a human computer, so maybe playing video games with him is a bad idea. Behind him, leaning anxiously over the couch, is Globby, giving Jackie tips and trying to, hey, you got do this. Hey, if you press down and left, and then up and left and left and right, and then press start, you'll unlock a secret character. And Jackie is paying him no mind. Along with Jackie, there is Marlon, a young boy from Mexico who has a lot of electricity-based powers, mainly absorbing and redistributing, and to the point where he can kind of interface with computers. So now that the scene is set, where are you all?
They,
The back corner table.
we're all inside, right? Yeah. Is there a window that we can open?
Yeah. Open up a window.
I'll open the window and then I'll put my arm. I'm probably saying to Hilda, Brenda, I'm sticking my arm out while I'm visible and saying, and then before turning invisible, going, okay, see if you can see the water droplets bounce off me though. And I put my arm out the window, but turn back visible. Did you see them? Did you see them? Can you see my figure? On does it look like there's someone there?
No?
No.
Hell yeah. I close the door. Okay, that's good. So it's only computers. God damn it. It's only fucking computers.
Velvet, where's Hildebranda in all of this?
Oh, I'm there. I'm probably going around showing off my bullet wound scars.
You are still feeling the pain. Yeah. That's only been a day away.
But only I know that, Julio. No one else knows. I'm like
True.
a cat. I don't show pain or fear.
And so Lita's probably heading towards the back where the window, you know.
Mhm.
How about Sleepy?
So the situation with the chairs here, it's all chairs, no benches, or are
There's
there any benches?
Chairs, benches,
Oh
couches.
yeah, one of
You know,
one
like
of those
love
benches.
seats. There's like it's plenty
there's
comfy.
Yeah, if it's nice and comfy, she's out. She's out. It's
Knocked
not even a
out.
story. Like, it's raining. It's perfect weather. I think that she's like listening in on the like Marvel vs. Capcom competition, but I don't think she's participating because she knows her odds
Mhm.
on that one. So like, she can beat Glavi, but she's not prepared to like go up against the champs. So she's chilling.
And how about Marcus?
Marcus is at like a table off to the side, headphones in, with like a notebook and a textbook out in front of them, studying just very rapidly, anxiously, like bouncing and twiddling a pencil between their fingers.
And Bella, you're muted.
I was just whispering, putting my arm out, putting my arm in, putting my arm out, putting my arm in.
Orkilo is towards the back.
Orkilo is towards the back. If Lita's by a window, Orkilo is like sitting in the nook of the window, and like just like kind of snorting every now and again as Lita puts her arm out. But they have their their little portable CD player with their headphones in.
At some point, I'm...
one earbud in and then one to listen to Lita, so that Lita knows that they're paying attention to her.
Oh, I love Orkilo. I'm gonna put my arm out and then at one point be like, as I'm drying off my arm, go, so are we gonna talk to Marcus? We haven't spoken to him since we got back.
That's a good point. It's the next day, right?
It is.
Did Marcus say 0 words to Orkilo and then go to bed?
That feels like a Marcus move. That
Like, yeah,
really
it
feels like
does. It absolutely does.
It 100% does.
And then he woke up this morning and went on a run even though it was raining, and you were like, God damn you!
Those are the best runs.
Like, he can't just ignore us forever, right? They have to talk to us eventually. Right? I look between Hildebrand and Orkilo and then Beatty, who's on the... Right?
You're right. We do have to if we want to keep working together. I just don't foresee it going well.
I'm really sorry, everyone. It's my fault. You all didn't even want to get in the fight.
Hey,
But
it's
I
not
just
your
felt-
fault.
But I was the one that started the fight. I'm never I swear I'm not usually this combative. I just didn't like it. It felt bad.
You didn't start a fight. You were trying to help people. It's fine.
I started a fight.
That's a good point, but I still think it was fair. And plus, he got shot by the police, so you know, it balanced out. I feel like.
I mean, technically, I started the fight. If I hadn't attacked those pedestrians with birds, they wouldn't have shot a gun.
No, but that you were doing something harmless. They were being awful, and you were always doing something good and harmless.
I think Pirushka is gonna just like turn her head towards like the other three of them and like blink her eyes open and just like kind of gaze at them all with like beet red eyes, and then just like return her head to the couch.
God, I was really hoping you would do that. Honestly, I was like, I hope she like turns and like just rolls over when we
Just
talk.
like nothing to say on the matter. Her
An
gaze says it all.
An addendum to earlier, Marcus would have checked in with everyone to make sure that they were like okay,
Okay.
and then
That's fair.
That's the only
to
words.
being silent.
We say yes, and then when we try to add anything, he just walks away.
Please.
I feel most bad for you. It must be awful to be on weird terms with your roommate. Hilda, Brenda, and I are never on bad terms, right, Hilda?
No, never.
One time, she accidentally burned something, and then I apologized. Then she said I wasn't supposed to apologize when people do something, and it became a little thing. But it seemed like a nice fight more than a bad one.
A productive fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. You shouldn't apologize for things that aren't your fault.
So I stare at Marcus. So I shouldn't go and apologize right now to Marcus then.
I mean, really, it's his fault for not supervising us enough. is my take on it.
That's a good point. I bet we wouldn't even gotten that fight if Marcus was there.
You know, actually, I don't agree.
Ooh.
I think if Marcus had been there and seen the other students attacking people, even if they were anti-mutant protesters, Marcus would have automatically gone to protect the people, so we would have gotten in the fight anyway. So I think our reasoning should be that it would have happened anyway.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay. So maybe he should apologize to us for not being there to be, because there was like 6 people and there was only 4 of us, and that's really unfair odds.
I mean, we know I'm worth 2 now, so I guess you were
That's
just
true.
off by 1.
I
I think we could just call it even.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we don't make him apologize, but
I'm not apologizing.
Why would you make up?
We make him apologize. Hey, why weren't you there?
Make Marcus apologize for Rowan's Wi-Fi being out.
Yes,
Yes.
actually.
welcome to the Mean Girls Club.
Welcome to the Mean Girls Club. I think that she's gonna. I'm gonna make a little, like, I'm gonna make an illusion of someone, like a little. What would make Rowan giggle? Okay,
Rowan or
Like-
Marcus?
I think both. I want to make both of you giggle.
Oh, okay.
I want to make, like, there's probably like little dolls, right? At the American,
Of?
like,
Yeah,
at Captain America. does?
yes, definitely.
Oh,
right.
okay.
I would like to
In a
take
doll
out.
or an action figure?
I want to take one of the doll, like, action figure. I want to take out one of the action figures and hand it to, make an illusion of a little action figure of Marcus and hand it to it. Like, make an illusion of that, carrying it over to Marcus, and like climb up on the table and go, Marcus, Lita is very sad that you are not talking to them. And Lita got a lot of presents for you from the Captain American Museum. Pushes it towards on the table. And I don't think that you should be mad anymore. And we should all be friends and nice teammates.
You're Toy Storying them.
Perfect.
Toy Storying them.
He got Toy Story.
Also,
Toy Storied.
Lita just realized that she can go. The water doesn't hit her body when she's invisible, so people in the rain wouldn't even know she's there, which is even better than she had thought. So that's an exciting victory that she can't celebrate with you because you're upset with her. Isn't that a shame?
Pull the headphone out. I didn't get any of that.
She repeats the whole thing again. She repeats the whole thing as if nothing has changed. I'm not joking. She says the whole thing again. I think Arkilo also definitely sees what just everyone sees you do this. Like, take out a thing, send it over, be like, this is a good use of my powers.
Or Kilo is like gently like rubbing her back.
They said they didn't hear it, so I'm gonna repeat it.
Okay.
Well, while Lita is talking to Marcus, this so you're sitting on the windowsill, was it?
I am, yeah.
So it's one of those windowsills that has like, it's basically a nook built into the windowsill with like a long cushion. As you're like facing Lita and rubbing her back, you hear a ping sound right behind you as Darcy kind of like leans over your shoulder and very like nonchalantly and kind of in a bullying tone, she's like, "Congrats, you and your group of misfits, they managed to piss Gray off."
Good.
What
And
are you
I say that and I just turn away.
She seems taking the weekend off, and then you hear another boom sound as she's now on the opposite side of Lita.
Mhm.
So, do you think she's going to increase our workload now because of it?
Hi.
Is she one of those white people that punishes everyone for one person?
I raised my hand for a high five from Arkilo.
And like Darcy
I think
shifts again. She just keeps on blinking about, and then she's like, "Well, maybe she'll expel you." I feel like she's one of those people.
Oh. Tragic.
I whisper to Hildebrand, is this what it's like to all of you when I turn invisible all the time? Is it this annoying?
I mean, it's inconvenient to not know where you are, but you're not this bitchy.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
You're not bitchy at all. You just kind of poof away. Darcy's a special case.
I heard that. As she like
Oh, good.
appears next to Hildebranda, like, it's my condition, okay? I can help it sometimes, you know that. Other times, she hiccups and reappears like 5 inches to the right of where she just was.
Oh,
Sometimes it just happens and she blinks again, and again she's sitting next to Orkilo, as she kind of like playfully leans her head on Orkilo's shoulder and says, especially when I'm nervous.
Orkilo will just kind of like bonk their head against hers and be like, I get it. Sometimes weird shit happens.
I whisper to Hildebrand again. I thought we were making fun of her being mean, not being her ability.
No, that's what I was.
That's what I was. Okay, I'm following now.
She
I turn invisible also out of fear. I've been reading a lot of therapy books, and I've decided I think it's a protection response. I have been surviving at my home because it was a unhospitable place, and so I decided and learned to cope with that using my abilities, and sometimes I feel in danger, and so it just happens pretty naturally. I've been very good about it these days because I realized that my teammates can't hear me when I'm invisible, which is very inconvenient.
That sounds pretty inconvenient.
Yeah, Hildebrand and I played Marco Polo once, and it didn't go well when I accidentally turned invisible. I think Hildebrand left the game in the middle, though. Hildebrand, did you leave the game in the middle?
No.
Were you Marco or were you Polo?
Oh, it's probably Polo. I think if I didn't get a response like the first 3 times, I was like, all right, she went invisible. I'm leaving.
Yeah, literally.
Well, Darcy kind of like opens up, and her shoulders kind of change from a very like protective to like she kind of relaxes. She's like, well, Hildebrand is cool. We've kind of been hanging out for a minute now. Haven't really had the chance to get to know you all, especially Orkilo.
I lean forward. Okay, but like, what did you do on your mission with Hildebrand? Did she actually just throw fireballs, or like, what happened? She won't tell me anything.
I have
Hildebrand
no idea
doesn't keep secrets from me.
I don't know what you're talking about. She says that
more
very
secrets.
coyfully and smiles.
I turn invisible. Oh.
So does she do this all the time, or just when, you know?
When she feels like it.
That's cool. So, Gray.
Oh, also, Orkilo has made room for her to sit next to them on the bench.
Aw.
Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are not pushing her off or
Yeah.
anything. They have made room for her.
She, like, makes a concerted effort to, like, wedge herself in between the window pane and the wall. And you can tell she, like, crosses her legs, but when she does, she kind of holds on to the little ledge of the nook. And it seems like she's anchoring herself right now. And coincidentally, she does not seem to be blinking in and out. But then she notices that. She says, "Oh, thanks, Orkilo. But what do you all think about Gray?"
Rita appears at not sitting on the windowsill, is now crossing her arms near Hildebrand because she feels that the space has been invaded.
Oh.
She's nice. I mean, I thought it was really messed up that she was making us feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't like it when she gets in my brain. I really don't like that. I really don't like that.
She tries it, but because of my condition, it doesn't always work on me, and it's weird when you notice that.
I lean forward. It doesn't work on you?
Not always.
I want to do that. There was someone in there at the court who had this mental fortitude that was so strong, and I don't want anyone to get in my head like that ever again.
She was so hot.
She felt icy to me. She had like this icy kind of look, you know, because she was in all white and stuff.
Yeah. She's so icy.
I get it.
But like, and the guy, like, what was their deal?
I got very bad vibes.
Yeah.
Like
I
not
got really
necessarily
strong.
from them, but like from the situation surrounding them.
I got bad vibes from how strong they were, especially the girl. Damn, was she strong?
I
Like
feel
our
like
teacher in our psychic class is not even close to how strong she is, and that's saying something. Because one's teaching a class, you know.
well, your teacher for the mental stuff is actually
Jean.
Dr. Gray.
Oof, that's
But
even more roasting.
you're not wrong.
Oof.
Darcy lets out a sigh. It's like, yeah, Hildebrand, have you noticed? Gray, anything weird?
I mean, tenser than usual, but isn't everyone?
Dr. Gray has a lot of responsibility.
Ah, when did you get here?
Everyone looks over at
We
Marcus.
all
They
jumped.
like, ah.
I
didn't realize they
turned
were listening.
invisible. I freak out.
Like 30 seconds ago, but you were all talking, so I just waited my turn.
I reappear. Where's my doll? Oh, I like make my illusion disappear.
Darcy kind of like looks up at Marcus, like, oh hey, a scout. How's the old light bulb trick going?
You know, getting better at it.
Cool. So, I know you all have been doing your thing. What kind of stuff has she been having you all do?
She sent us to a mutant camp.
What?
We're not supposed to really talk about it.
Cool.
Yeah, funny. We're not supposed to talk about it either. And if it wasn't for Hildebrand being added to our team, we wouldn't have known that there was anyone else.
I reappear. Added permanently or just temporary for that one time mission thing?
Darcy kind of looks up at Hildebrand and then looks back down, and it's like, that's not my place to say.
I turn to Hildebrand. I say the question over again in the same aggression.
I mean, if you come at Hildebrand, like, she'll step up and make you move back. As far as I know, it's just a temporary thing.
Okay. Because you would tell us if you were leaving the team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean,
real
it wouldn't
sad.
be my choice, but, you know, I would tell you if I knew anything.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I was just worried. I don't want you to leave.
Yeah, no, I don't think we want anyone to leave.
No.
It's definitely been interesting, though. I kind of have the feeling that we're not the only ones.
Oh my gosh, you think they're doing it to Globby too? Oh my gosh, we should ask.
I think Globby's fine,
No,
Lita. I think he's
I
okay.
try to go towards Globby.
I
So,
think
Darcy's like
no.
head just like darts over to Globby, as Globby is like walking around with like a tray of Doritos and Mountain Dew in like solo cups and like a bowl, and he's like passing it over to Jackie and Marlon, and then he comes up to you guys, but as he does, he kind of stumbles. He's like,
Oh.
"Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Or-
Lita."
Or Kilo, if he drops it, Orkilo will catch it.
So no, he luckily doesn't drop it.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, he doesn't drop it, but you can tell he's definitely nervous.
How does he stumble when he's floating?
Globby doesn't float. No, Globby is.
Oh, he doesn't?
So
like
Globby is a
globbly.
humanoid like skeleton with like pink see-through like paraffin wax. So
Okay, I just always thought he was, like, hovering for some reason.
oh no, yeah. So he walks on two legs. He's got
Okay.
a whole skeletal system. You can see everything inside of him, which is kind of weird. But he's just a ball of nerves. Literally, you can see his nerves, and it's weird. He starts handing out. He's like, I've, you know, since Gray's all, you know, being weird, and McCoy's not here, and
Yeah.
even Forge is out doing stuff. Mr. Worthington said that, you know, we could have some soda. So, would y'all like any code red?
Piroshka like sits up like Dawn of the Dead style, like just like very swiftly, and I think that she's going to make room on the couch for Blobby, and then also take one of the like code red cups that hopefully has like the least amount of wax on it.
Thanks. And he kind of like shuffles and makes his way and sits down. And then he passes out the cups. Well, so
Marcus will go, I'm good, and just motion to like a like protein shake
Oh my
thing
god.
over on the table.
of course.
Fuck this guy. Ugh.
No,
Oh.
thank you.
And I will say, Globby makes a point to sit on the complete opposite side of Hildebranda.
He knows what's up.
As he
Why?
But I'm gonna like pat where I got shot and point at where it would be in him. I was like, hey.
looks like at you, not making eye contact. He's just like looking up and then back down to the wound, like where Hildebranda got shot. Just like, hi, Hildebranda.
I elbow her Brenda. Don't tease him. You know he's a baby about this stuff.
Thought you can stop it. You know he's a baby.
I wasn't
when-
teasing. I was just like, hey, that's where I got shot.
I'm not a baby.
I go and over to sit with him, and I take. What's the thing that's probably the most caffeine?
Oh, I mean Mountain Dew.
The code red.
Oh, they have a Mountain
Do
Dew.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
for sure.
It's
I
Dude,
take,
highly caffeinated.
I take the Mountain Dew. I go. I've never been given. My parents won't let me have soda at the house, and then I start sipping, and I go, "Hey, I have this. We're really worried about Dr. Gray. Do you ever find it invasive when she gets in your brain?"
And you're saying this to who?
Globby.
What do you mean by that?
You know, when she like goes in your brain and she makes you feel what she feels and makes you feel ashamed and manipulates your emotion. Don't you ever feel like that's invasive? Because she's the one that taught me in class that it's invasive to go into people's brains without permission, and yet she always goes in our brains without permission.
Well, I don't
Hey,
know.
Lita.
I drink more of the drink.
Hey,
This is very
Lita.
good. Yeah. You want me to cut someone's head off? I don't have my sticks with me. I can't.
I don't think she's ever done that to me. I don't think she's ever done that to me.
Probably not.
I drink more of my Mountain Dew.
Like, I know she does like mind things, but do you think she'd use it on all of us?
Well, we've gone on outings with her, so
I can tell when people are in my brain. I can always tell when
Yeah,
she was in my brain.
I've kind of noticed that. Like, you've gotten to go on field trips, and she's always like hanging around you guys. What's the deal with that?
I don't know. Did she treat anyone other groups besides, you know, Darcy's group and our group like that before we came here?
I don't know. I will take an insight check
Great.
Hell yeah.
from anyone active.
Julio, we can literally see right through him.
What is my
can't-
insight score?
At some point,
Ooh.
I'm gonna do an insight check
that's-
on him to find out why he's being so
That's-
damn nervous. But
That's
24.
not bad. Oh,
I
damn.
have an
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, my amazing insight bonus of +1.
I have a +8.
So,
I have
Uh-oh.
19.
Oh,
I
that
got-
sounds
19.
right for you.
25.
I got 16
Woo,
for what
your
that's worth.
insight's good.
I have +13 insight. I only
Damn.
rolled
He's
a 12.
not awake. Why do you have such good insight for?
You know,
I have
he's always
a-
listening.
I have a 14 total, which is what Piri would have gotten if she rolled a
I
1.
rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beatty notices Globby, he's nervous, which isn't unusual for him. He is a very anxious person, but you can tell that he's probably not telling the truth. He's withholding information.
I think that with that information, knowing Globby well enough, I think Piroshka would just like take a very large sip of the like Mountain Dew
Mhm.
and then be like, I think we should maybe drop this topic.
Also, anyone who had over 20 also deduced that
I didn't.
our boy was lying.
I lean forward because I only got a 19, and I go, Bobby, I feel like you've been really nervous lately. Is it because Hildebrand can set you on fire if you wanted to?
Uh,
Because that's a very valid fear if that's why. But you act really nervous with me too, and I can't
Yeah.
set you on fire. That's not what my skill set.
I know Lita didn't mean it that way because that's not who Lita is, but that was 100% a threat.
I mean,
100% wasn't. She literally is like just concerned that she feels that he's in danger in front of her friend, and she's like, this is a concern. I'm sorry that this is a concern.
Globby does not answer that. He's like, well, I'm just kind of a nervous person. It's kind of weird because I don't have any skin. I'm just like wax. And everyone here is like really cool. And like, I'm wax.
But you're also a skeleton, which is cool. People find skeletons cool. They have them in classrooms.
Yeah, but you're also a skeleton.
That's
But instead of
true.
wax,
Yeah, but I can't see mine.
it's not. As he looks down, he's like, hey, well, you can see the Mountain Dew, like.
I think it's cool. I like that about you.
Well, are you? I feel like you guys are cool ranch people.
I'm
I
not
am a cool
actually.
ranch person.
What does
Funny you
that
say
mean?
that. I actually really like just like the nacho version of the Doritos. I hate Cool Ranch. I look at Marcus.
Hildebrand thinks Doritos are heckin' gross.
He just hands you a bag of like, or a little bowl of the Cool Ranch Doritos. He's like, well,
I pass it around.
I just
I'm
mean that
munching.
you guys. I was just trying to compliment you guys because you're all kind of cool. So I gave y'all the ranch, the Cool Ranch.
Did you
Aw.
know
Thank you.
in the UK those are called Cool American? Like Marcus.
Huh?
Thank you.
I laugh.
Why
It
are
was
they
a compliment.
Cool American? Huh? Well, oh,
you are.
he gets kind of excited as he sees Marlin finally give up playing Marvel's vs. Capcom 2. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. He hands the like tray over to one of y'all, spilling some Mountain Dew in the process. As he excitedly,
Hiroshika takes it.
he excitedly like rushes over to the couch and sits down and huddles over and plays Marvel's vs. Capcom 2.
I lean over the couch to Marcus and go, "Why did you want me to cut Blobby's neck? I'm so confused."
This means stop.
In what language? That's not sign language. This is stop in sign language.
Darcy like leans over, like appears behind like the opposite side of Lita.
Oh, bye.
In all languages, everyone
This is-
knows
it's
that like
You know, this is
Stop.
good, this is bad.
it's universal. You just
Stop.
stop. That's the look your mom gives you when she gets upset.
Mom just doesn't say exactly what she's upset about in very intense native tongue. Is that not what everyone you do sign language to tell each other? Is this a white person thing? I look at literally any of my brown friends and like, I don't understand.
No, that's just a street thing.
I don't.
It's like
Street where?
Like
This-
common sense thing, like you know, like cut it out, like stop.
Yeah.
We need to discuss hand signals because I don't think I'm not grasping them well.
We need to probably talk about some like field signals.
Field signals. Cool. Speaking of the field, that was really weird with that guy seeing me, right? Not only seeing me, but saying my name. I definitely. Okay, here. Go ahead.
Love, maybe the common room, not the best place.
With
I look
that,
around. Do you not trust them?
Oh no, I just think some things should be kept
Privileged information
a little more.
is a thing.
I think this is a team discussion, not.
Langston walks in and looks directly at Lita, and he typically you've noticed he's got a very like easygoing, very approachable kind of attitude. The way he stands now, he seems like he has something pressing. Like, hey, Lita, can we talk over here for a second?
Okay, hold on. I turn to Kilo and be like, if I'm not out in 5 minutes, send Hildebranda. Okay.
Do you want
And
me
I
to go with you?
No, because what if he's asking me on a date? That'd be embarrassing for him. And I go,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Langston doesn't bite. I bite.
That's
I-
fair. If
I
he
follow-
does, he'll regret it.
Hildebranda knows that's a lie. Hildebranda, of all people, knows. Langston very much does bite, but not in this situation.
I'll be right back. Don't worry. I go out.
Lita, do you want to meet us in the locker room?
Okay. I'll see you all later. Oh,
Okay.
also, I pull out the rest of my all the
America
things I
things.
got and shove them into Marcus's hands.
Oh,
I'm so glad
okay.
we.
Thank
I'm so
you.
Glad, I'm so glad we've made up. I was waiting to give this to you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you
I'm-
couldn't come with
I'm-
us.
I think we still need to. We should all talk, but
I'm so glad that I'm sad that you couldn't come with us, but I was happy to be able to buy a bunch of things for you. Okay, I love you. And I walk off.
thank you.
What is it, Langston?
Hey, I just want to show you this. And he kind of slides over, so he slides over a printout of a news article. It's like a blog, a weblog, printout. Front and center on the printout is the Lincoln Monument, and you can see that Hildebranda is raised in the air, just bathed in her like fiery aura. And then there's a Hellion known as Hammer, who's like bracing himself against an infernal blast. In the foreground, you see Orkilo with their hand raised against their head, like mid-jinxing Motha, who is like summoning like small flesh golems towards them. Sleepy is hovering over the battle in her like egg form, while this shadowy mass known as Shade is just in. You can tell that he's got shadows like crawling into him. Strangely enough, Lita is seen in a defensive position with her Eskimo sticks blocking a leaping kick from Caliber.
It can see me. I was invisible then. I was invisible. I know I was.
The headline reads, "New heroes spotted, but what do they stand for?"
Oh no! I turn invisible. I reappear and then go, oh, sorry, I just do it sometimes.
Yeah, no, I can still smell you.
I take a step back.
No,
Okay.
it's not like that.
I'm really sorry. I
It's
usually
just-
use strawberry shampoo.
Yeah, and every person has their own natural smell and pheromones that, the nose knows.
I take another step back.
This might be a problem.
Do you think that's why Dr. Gray's mad at us?
Part of it. Yeah. I don't think she wanted this to get out. But even then, not on the day of the hearing.
But they called us heroes.
We're not sure who they're calling heroes.
What just happened? You okay?
Oh, sorry. My brain was just some people attacking humans, other people stopping them. Which one are they?
Us here. Who could it be?
Sorry, continue.
I pause and I take the newspaper like gently if he lets go and go, why are you telling us this? We're not friends.
We're not?
No, I didn't think so. Are we? I've spoken like 7 words to you.
I don't see why we can't be friends. I mean, she's got us both running different missions for,
Will you tell me what you and Hildebranda did?
No, I don't think you want to know. It's probably best for for your friendship if you don't.
I glance into the room where Hildebrand is and glance back. Can I take this newspaper to show my friends?
Yeah, that's all yours.
Why? And I before I leave, I turn and go, why did you only single me out? The whole team's on here.
Because I know your gift allows you to reduce yourself from people's visions and minds or whatever. It's just here you are.
Here I am. God damn it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but I feel like with your skill set and your gift, I feel like you should have definitely been put on our team instead, but I kind of see why Gray didn't now.
I instantly am incredibly confused. We need to discuss what that means, because I'm a little stressed, but maybe later. Thanks. We can be friends now, I think.
Like, yeah, well, I hope we can. Once he extends a hand, it's like, my name is
He
Langston
takes it.
Poe.
Lita Ocampo.
Now we're friends.
Now we are. Be careful, Langston, with Dr. Gray. The brain stuff is bad. And then I go to the locker room.
Before you head out to the locker room, Darcy kind of notices y'all are leaving. He's like, oh, hey, wait. Where are y'all going?
We need to
You're
have
muted, Rue.
we need to have a team chat.
Team chat. Heard. Jackie is mid-fight. Just turns off the game completely. He just gets up, turns off the Dreamcast, and he's like, ain't nobody beating me right now. Y'all are boring. Go read a book or something. As he gets up and joins you, Lita. And then Langston, seeing that you are also going in the locker room, he also tags along. So I take it the four of you are already there?
Yes. Presumably so.
I walk and I go, I don't know if you're supposed to come with us.
I mean, honestly, on our way out, I probably would have told Darcy to grab Jackie and Langston and bring them too.
Oh. Marcus was under the impression this is just going to be the five of us.
Yeah, Lita was under the pressure too and does not like this.
So as the three of them are tagging along with Lita, Darcy is doing her thing, blinking in and out, left and right. And it's like, yeah, sorry to like just invite ourselves, but I think we definitely all need to talk.
Can I say something before we all get there? I stop in front of the door. Do you all think I would... What did you mean, Langston, when you said that I would have been a good fit for your team if not for the whole thing with me showing up in pictures?
Jackie's answers for him is like, yeah, we've kind of been talking that over. You definitely, yeah. See, you're kind of like a stealthy one, you know.
I mean, yeah, that kind of comes with being, like, in an Asian household. We all gotta be a little sneaky, don't you think?
Yeah, you see, the three of them kind of like look back and forth. We do the quiet stuff. That's kind of like what Gray sold us as.
I mean, if they're all like pitching this, and they might not care, but if like they've been over this with Hildebrand has told them in the past not to like get Lita involved.
Oh, they have, okay. So yeah, they leave it at that.
Okay, Lita looks between them all. Does that mean Hildebrand had to do some sneaky stuff too?
Darcy laughs like, Hildebranda? Sneaky?
I think about Hildebranda. Good point. Before we go in there, can you not mention to my team what you said about how I would be a good fit for yours? I don't think it would make them very happy.
Yeah. No, Hildebrand is just she's a noisy one. We just do a lot of, and Jackie kind of cuts in, like, information gathering.
Spy stuff?
Yeah. I mean, you've got a human computer here. You've got whatever Langston does. And you've got Darcy, who likes to blink around and get in and out of places. So we're kind of, you know, spies. Totally.
Please don't mention that I would have been a good fit for your team to everyone. Especially Akito, okay? I'm a good fit for their team. I'm there in their team.
No, you're a great fit for their team, too. It's weird. It seems like Gray wants us all apart. Because we didn't know anything about you guys until, well, very recently. Like,
Same. Well, I knew about you, but it was because you all are very popular.
no way. See, we feel like there's something going on. And at this point, we finally reach the locker room.
Right.
And everyone's just sitting around the locker room.
Yeah, I think so.
Is Petey sleeping?
Probably
Marcus.
so. I mean, she's she's conscious, but she's probably sleeping.
Marcus had shoved all the Captain America merch into his gym bag, and he's now like looking through it.
Aw. As they walk in, Langston kind of looks around and is like, oh, nice. This is like bigger than ours.
Hi.
They
Lita,
wanted,
what?
They wanted to tag along. They said that they think there's something that Dr. Gray is trying to separate us on purpose. I hope you don't mind.
I mind.
We're not really supposed to have guests here.
We're not all supposed to be doing most of the things we're doing. I was gonna tell Darcy to bring them over anyway. I think this needs to be an interdepartment meeting.
And I think we need to have a team conversation.
Should we vote on it?
Yes, this seems fair.
I mean, there's an uneven
agree.
number, so that's perfect. And I look at the other group, not you all. You all don't vote. We vote, to be clear. Okay. I vote they stay.
I vote they go.
I also vote they go.
I'm
For
voting
now.
to stay.
We all look at Kilo. No pressure.
Can I ask why you want to stay before I decide if you get to stay or go? Because apparently it's my decision. Not loving that.
Sorry, Okilo.
Langston begins to talk as he says, and Jackie kind of puts a hand out and steps forward. Because we're all getting played. Let's keep it real. We all have that feeling that something ain't right with Gray. Something ain't right with this like whole situation.
I don't know if I share that feeling with you.
I think that most of the issues that have arisen from this situation have been due to our own shortcomings.
I stare at Petey and
I vote for them to stay.
Very well.
stay.
The vote passes.
So with that, we are at our hour mark. Should we go ahead and take a break?
yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Please.
Let's take a quick little break, and then we are gonna get into some trademarked shit.
Oh,
Yeah! Drama!
We love trademark shit.
We'll be right back, y'all. And we are back in the locker rooms,
Hello,
uh,
everyone.
hanging out.
Hey gamers, what's up?
It
It's
seems
us.
like it turns out that we have two separate groups of X-Men, and well, they're not. We don't have a name. There's no name for either. There's no name
No.
for teams yet.
No.
No.
We haven't really come up with that yet.
No.
We're literally going to discuss that right now. So, Darcy,
Okay.
Darcy, Langston, and Jackie all have a seat on some of the benches, and Darcy kind of anchors herself down while Langston kind of puts his elbows down on his knees as he like leans forward. He's like, "So what do you guys call yourselves?"
Langston, you know our names.
No,
My
no,
name's
no.
Orkilo.
No, period. He means like
Your team.
as a unit.
Oh, you want to know our superhero name? Oh, never mind about that.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry, we're not really supposed to be talking about this.
But then I also whispered to Marcus, okay, but we also don't really know. We've never discussed this before.
no. I mean,
Nevertheless,
yeah, we get it. Gray said not to talk about this stuff. I get it. But I think it's better for us if we just talk things out because and
I mean,
Jackie-
imagine listening to anyone in a position of authority in this
Yeah.
economy. Not
Yeah.
me.
I nod. I love the Mean Girls all nodding. Yeah. Fuck the party.
Jackie kind of interrupts Langston. Like, all right, like here's the deal. I'm sure you guys kind of understand now the whole human computer thing. Gray's pretty upset. Like I think we all know that, right?
oh yeah,
But you
no,
see,
she made that pretty obvious.
but she's not upset the way you think she is. Just follow me here. It's gonna sound weird, but it's all in her facial micro expressions. Like she may be a psychic, but she's not a good liar. Do you ever feel like she's not telling the whole story?
Yes.
All the time.
Isn't that everyone?
No.
I look at
Well,
Hildebranda,
not
then
you.
I point to Hildebranda, myself, and then Marcus, and then me, and then Marcus would go, some people have a difficulty lying.
That sounds like a you problem. I don't need to
Doctor-
lie.
Dr. Gray took us in and gave us a home and helped show us how to use our abilities so we don't hurt anyone, so that something like April 4th doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel right to question her.
that's definitely what she said.
People who do nice things can also do bad things.
Like my family.
Yeah, and
Just because someone helps us doesn't mean we should excuse every other thing they do. I don't expect you to excuse everything I do.
You don't feel like it's weird, Marcus, the way she gets in our brains? The way she invades us like that?
I
don't like what she tells me how to feel.
I should have looked over at Langston and just kind of give him like a cheeky look, like, yeah, psychics, huh?
I think that she has a lot on her shoulders.
Yeah,
I
Jackie.
don't know.
Jackie speaks up. She's like, "Yeah, no. Gray's scared. Just the way she talks, the tone of her voice, some hesitations here and there, little twitches in her facial muscles. Sometimes she looks towards the right corner. Sometimes she looks to the left corner when she's talking. All signs that point to her not telling the truth. She kind of lies by omission too. So I'm glad we can kind of have this sit down and talk because I've been doing some research. Dr. Gray is... I don't think she's in as control as we think she is.
Of
Like, that flight back was tense. It was weird, right? Like, there's the usual, like, we're in trouble thing, but did anyone, like, Langston, how'd you describe it? And Langston speaks. Did anyone else feel like, deep down inside, they felt like shame? But not like because maybe it wasn't your own, but you just felt more emotions than you felt like you felt in a while?
Yeah. I didn't feel shame about what I did. I was trying to protect those people.
But didn't
I had a lot of feelings, but you're also taking bullets out of me, so I'm probably not a good litmus.
did you not
Good
like
thing.
feel like you were did you not feel like you were just really guilty of something? Like maybe
I mean, I felt that, didn't like it, didn't agree with it.
question for the GM: did Marcus?
yes. Even Marcus did.
Hmm.
Jackie's got this theory that this has happened multiple times since we've been here, and I think what we're feeling are her emotions. Like, in the common room, everyone was kind of nervous. Isn't that kind of weird?
You think it's unintentional?
I mean, it happens. They ooze out. Before I got here, I had better control. Everything around me was a fire hazard zone.
I just... we feel that her emotions are kind of seeping out into all of us. And everyone's been kind of tense tonight. I mean, he kind of like thumbs over to Darcy. Like, Darcy usually isn't as affected by Gray's abilities, but usually that's because she's blinking in and out of our dimension. So she gets little microseconds to break free from her suggestions. Jackie, on the other hand, his brain is just so far advanced that we've kind of theorized that Gray can't really get in there that well. But Globby's always nervous. But even Marlon, when they're playing games, seemed on edge, and he had no reason to be.
Are you sure he had no reason to be? I mean, after what happened yesterday.
I mean, unless he's, on a team like we are, and we just don't know about it. About that, though. So, how long have the five of you been a team?
Great question. Julio, how long have we been a team?
It's been like a month or so.
Yeah, it's been like a little over a month. You've been training for a while, and then you finally had like your first outing and everything. Yeah, we've been here a little longer than you have, and we're going on our first year. And she said you guys were doing what?
Overall?
Weird.
Or
Yeah.
We do what Dr. Gray asks. We help out other mutants.
Gotcha. The three of them kind of like look back and forth. They're like, yeah.
What? What are you thinking?
Is that what she told you that you were doing?
Not at all. We were helping mutants, but not directly. Um, we are. Uh, Langston just keeps on stammering over his words, while Darcy, she kind of speaks up. She's like, "We're kind of like the spies."
My finger gun a little bit.
And
What are you talking about?
we don't do good things. As Darcy just like spits it out, the other two kind of like look at her with like a little upset. Like,
We
all
do the not good thing so other people don't have to get their hands dirty.
yeah, and it seems that Gray's kind of picked her teams appropriately. You guys are a little flashy, and we're not. I mean, not that flashy. And were you guys there on the highway?
Yes.
So you said
Were
you
you?
went to a mutant camp. Did you guys see the Red King?
Yes.
Wait, when were you there?
Well, I'm sure you noticed that giant red beam coming through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, see, and Langston kind of cuts Darcy off. She kind of sent us to do something. Particularly the three of us, we had to take care of a target. And
What target?
a scientist. And she wanted us to beat the Hellions to the punch. So we got into the camp. We got out. And then we heard that sound of just energy being unleashed. I think you all were already taken out. We could pick up sounds of the blackbird. But they didn't come get us. It was it was weird. We kind of felt betrayed, and during our debriefing, Gray just I fell for it, but that's because I'm susceptible. Unlike Jackie, he noticed that she was using her powers on us to kind of placate us, despite, we felt so deserted and as if we were expendable. It didn't feel good, but it was just what she had asked of us to do.
I'm gonna need to know what you mean when you say take care of.
Langston kind of pauses and stammers, as Jackie kind of cuts him off. Well, you see, there's a scientist who had his job in the mutant camps was to get DNA samples from everyone. I'm sure you kind of see the problem with that, right? Yeah. Well, we took care of him. We took him out. But we also managed to steal as much information and DNA samples that we could have from the facility.
When you say take them out, do you mean you murdered someone?
That would be what the past tense was implying.
I take a step back. I look at Hildebrand for a really long time. I take a step away from her also.
No. Hildebrand wasn't there for that. Hildebrand didn't know all of that. Like I said, you all were picked for being very flashy. We're not so flashy. Sometimes I think Gray's been using you all as distractions so that we could carry things out.
I look at Marcus. What do you think?
Deadpan face.
Is Petey asleep?
Kitty specifically has not heard any of this. As soon as the conversation started, she immediately like zoned out to like hear as little. She's been checking back in. If like anybody said her name, it would like wake her up, but nobody's talked about her, so she's been trying to specifically block out as much of this conversation as possible.
Possible deniability.
Exactly. I think that she like would not want any of this like in her memory. I don't think that she would like, as soon as she voted no and it like carried on anyway, she was like, I can't know this. So she's asleep, yes, to answer that question.
I glance over. Can I tell the difference that she's asleep when she's asleep conscious and sleep not trying to block things out?
Her head doesn't like turn to like anybody having any sort of conversation or anything. Her face is very plain.
Okay.
She doesn't really react to anything said.
I'll sort of like tap my foot against the bench that she's laying on. Hey, Snooze, I need you to pay attention.
I think that would like stir her a little bit, and she would like crane her head down to you, and she would just kind of be like, okay. I think that she would like give you a small nod, but she'd return to her like previous state. So whether or not she followed orders is one thing.
I think Lita will look at Akelia and whisper and say to them, do you think that we're a distraction? That maybe like that's been our whole purpose? I pull out the newspaper.
I don't know about our whole purpose, but
It doesn't matter, but they caught us all on film, even me.
What?
I show them the newspaper.
Lita, I can't stress that this is not possible.
What do you mean?
Cameras use light to capture images. I have tried to see you in every possible spectrum. It doesn't work.
It's technology. It's just technology. It doesn't have a brain. I can't go inside the brain of technology. I can't reach every single person who looks at this newspaper. I can take myself out of your mind, but I can't take them out of everyone's.
like the robot in the simulation.
Like the robot. Oh my gosh, it's all my fault.
Hey, no.
What?
I started
Not
the
at all.
fight.
Hey,
I started
hey.
the fight, and now I'm in the newspaper, and my picture is on there, and somebody knows my
Lita.
name on the other
Lita.
team. I
Lita.
start pacing.
Lita.
Oh
Lita.
no, no.
Come here.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's not your fault. You didn't start anything. You were just trying to help people.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong. You're okay. You
I
just
did-
wanted to help. And you did help. They got out of there because of you.
Because of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look past Sir Kilo and to Marcus. I really did only do it because I wanted to protect them. I wanted to do what you would have done. They were hurting the protesters, Marcus. I couldn't let them. They were just humans. They couldn't protect themselves.
I know.
You didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I look at PD.
Who knows if she agrees?
God, I love her.
Yeah, those.
Theory.
Langston says, yeah, those people, those are the Hellions.
Hellions?
Yeah, they're students.
God damn. Guys, we need a cool name. That's such a cool name.
They're.
I mean, Hellions fits. They went up in flames.
A high five, Hildebranda.
They're members of a, if you can believe this, our rival school. Because, you know, there's multiple mutant schools training teams.
Please don't say rival school. It makes me think we're going to have to play sports against them in the summer, and the only one of us who's good at those is Marcus.
Marcus, you can't make us do running, right? You won't make us do that, right? That'd be a really cruel punishment. Don't do that. I know you're mad at us, but don't do that.
Well,
Video is important.
now, see,
I point to Petey. You think she's gonna run? You think she's going to run?
Puri can fly. She's fine.
What can
What's
I
up?
do?
She can fly.
Yes, I do fly. And then her face returns to a neutral expression.
She's so difficult to read.
Langston speaks up against, like, well, I mean, I'm sure, you know, we'd have a cool rival school to play sports against if the schools were cool with one another. I mean, they're kind of ran by Gray's ex-husband, and
Yeah.
it's Jackie cuts. It's kind of tense.
Marcus, why do you know this?
I pay attention.
Yeah, you see, her everything about her kind of changed after that day when we all saw him, the Red King.
On the highway.
Yeah. I guess. So you know how, like, Gray said, like, we're all the first team? We're all a part of a failed experiment, to keep it 100 with you. She wants to call us the X-Men or whatever, because, well, her mentor, Charles Xavier, fabled, legendary proponent of mutant rights. Yeah, he tried making a team back when Gray was a kid, and it didn't go over too well. You see, they lost someone very early on, and it seemed that things weren't quite the same after that. So, Xavier kind of, the whole thing, that means cut, you know, the whole thing, and, once he passed away, I feel like Gray's been trying to capture that. So that's why we're doing what we're doing now. And I don't think any of us fully disagree with it. I mean, the Avengers are out there, the Fantastic Four, there's all these different teams, but, like, who stands up for us? We've got robots in production to kill us. And, I mean, Captain America's said something about it. But then there's Iron Man, Tony Stark, creating these things, funding. making money off of. So, who really is there to fight for us?
Us. Or you want to stand around waiting for somebody else to do it?
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna.
They're not. And the Hellions definitely have been... They've got a method of doing things, and, well, it's a lot more violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot
There were a
more
lot of-
upfront.
Some of those were innocent people. They weren't even the protesters.
I mean, I guess you can call them extremists. Not all of us stand for that. But I think that's what's gotten to Gray lately. The Hellions, her ex-husband, Darcy pipes up, her ex-husband's hot wife.
They're married? Oh, they're such a beautiful couple. Wow.
What do you all
Was I not supposed to say that? It's just a
Dropped a shelf on my head.
You're not wrong.
Like, she's hot, but she dropped a shelf on my head, so.
She did. Wait, you met her? You didn't tell us this.
It didn't seem relevant.
Did she hurt you? Are you okay?
No, I think she was just playing with the fact that when things fall near me, I catch them.
That is very fun. I've dropped many things and you've caught them every time.
She...
Lita,
tried
you
to
can think a thing out loud in your head, but not say it out loud.
What? You all don't just say what comes into your mind first?
There's a lot of things I think that I don't say.
I take a step back from Marcus. Okay. That's not terrifying at all. You all are getting more and more terrifying the more I spend time with you. It's
Thanks for not telling me to die every time I put on goth music in our room.
I got headphones.
I'm joking, but
Okay. She tried to recruit me too. I never met her in person, but I got a business card and an invitation of sorts.
to
Also,
heck?
what is this obsession with her being hot?
Have
I
you
just think that's-
seen her?
I think she's just really beautiful.
Yeah, I just don't go in for that kind of thing.
Oh.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
that's fair.
I will give Orkillo like a look like, you turned that down?
I see the look, but I don't know what it means, so I keep looking.
I'll like tug on whatever I'm wearing, just be like, the uniforms.
Or Kilo is making eye contact with deep pain on their face, like, yeah, I know.
What's happening? I feel like there's a communication occurring.
Darcy is even just like...
Darcy knows what's up.
This is gonna sound so silly. But where's the rival school located?
Massachusetts.
Oh, it's the Massachusetts Academy.
What?
Julio, when that voice spoke to me, was it my fucking brother's voice? Was it Rodney's voice? I will know my brother's voice. Don't play these games. I know my brother's voice.
You know your brother's voice, which is why you recognize the voice.
Oh, no. I start freaking out again. Oh, no, I know. I keep bleeping back.
Hey.
Rodney's in the school. Rodney's at the school. Rodney's a mutant. What the hell?
Pe-
My mom talks
hey,
shit about
Peekaboo,
mutants and there's
hey.
2 of them.
Peekaboo, hey, we don't know who Rodney is.
Oh, right. I'm on top of my family.
Mood.
I have 2 older brothers. And one of them is named Rodney. Before, when I was
Okay.
recruited, the day of my recruitment, my brother is graduating and he's going to school, Massachusetts. The day that I told you about a voice coming in my head, the voice that spoke to me was Rodney's, and I thought that wasn't possible. You know, Rodney was at school, doing something cool, being better than me. What if Rodney was a mutant too? I heard it's genetic sometimes.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't hurt people. But he was hurting so many people. He wouldn't do that. My Rodney wouldn't. He wouldn't do that, right?
Well, Jackie kind of gets up and walks over to Lita, and he kneels down and just like gets eye level if Lita's like still seated. He's like, "Hey, uh, this is gonna sound really, I'm not to excuse what happened, but I don't want to say your brother and the Hellions have been brainwashed or anything, but they've kind of got the same situation as we do in terms of Gray, except theirs is a lot stronger."
I remember the grown line. He told me to get out of here. What if he was trying to protect me?
About that. Now, Langston and Darcy get up off the bench, and they kind of walk over to you, and tell Jackie says about that. Now, we're not telling you you have to, but we're thinking about leaving. And then Jackie pulls out his sidekick phone. He switches it open, and he shows you a text message. And the name on the text message is Cassius. Yeah. It seems that something's going on.
Are you leaving for good, or?
Just read it as he hands off the phone, and whoever grabs it will see that. Who wants to grab it first?
I'll grab it.
I will look over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Kilo doesn't read.
I read out loud. I read out loud to Arkilo.
Cassius sent a text message that says, "They keep on getting in our heads. They're making us do things we don't want to do. They're using us."
When I'm reading out loud, I do use a country accent that's really bad.
Good.
They keep getting in my head. They're controlling us. Because that's how I
They're
keep thinking.
controlling us.
Because I don't know how to do good. Lita doesn't know how to do good accents. Very similar to Bella, and she knows Cashew's accent, so she's trying very her best to convey that this is Cashew.
Cashew.
Cashew. Oh my God,
Cassius and Cashew's totally fine.
Cashew. The the
From
nut.
now on, he's cashew. He's a roasted nut now, so definitely cashew.
That's the plan right now.
Where will you go?
Well,
It's not safe for us.
Langston's family has a ranch on the reservation, and they're willing to take us in. There's not much in terms of safety for us there, but it's far enough off the grid that we could think of what comes next after that.
I look at the group.
I think this is a team decision, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, we're not forcing you. It's just consideration.
Thanks.
Thank you for letting us know. Does Cassius know if Rodney's okay?
Well, we can ask.
I pull out my phone. I stare so long at Rodney's number. I'll try to reach out to him.
So the three of them all stand up. Well, you know where to find us if you want to talk. Again, we're not gonna force you. If you want to, then we'll hold up. We'll make better plans. We'll figure this all out together. But I have a feeling that something's gonna go really wrong really soon.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You all just think on it.
Okay.
The three of them exit unless anyone else has anything else for them. Yeah, the three of them.
I give him like the cool like wrist handshake goodbye, but I do hug Darcy.
Aww.
So Darcy gives a very tight hug, and the tighter she squeezes, you just feel this strange sensation of like holding her, and then suddenly she's not there anymore. As she's like behind you, and she's like, Captain Radiant? Which one of you is Captain Radiant? Oh my god, the light bulb, you call yourself Radiant?
He's the team captain.
The name.
It's good.
I think it's a good name.
What's your superhero name?
Oh,
Links out back and forth?
my name is Shift.
Alright, that's actually a pretty okay.
Cool.
No, that's a dope name.
I
Yeah.
That's a
like
good
it.
name. That's a really good name.
Radiant. I wouldn't have taken you for Radiant. More like Captain Lightbulb.
Hey.
She,
All right.
He's pretty bright sometimes.
I mean,
well, that's, yeah, he is. That's, I've noticed in class. He's very bright.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I'm a three-dimensional person.
some would say 4. But I'm like 16 dimensional, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah, you could go
yeah,
now.
it seems like a.
Yeah, I'm not even here right now. And literally, she's not there anymore.
I turned to Hildebrand. I know you like her, but I don't. I don't.
That's okay. We don't have to
But
like
I
the same people.
don't.
I just don't. I don't like her. I don't like her at all. Anyways.
I think that as they like get out of like
Six
Kiri's
up.
range of consciousness, he would come awake and be like, "Tell me nothing to incriminate yourself."
Okay.
Okay.
She would stand up and she would walk out of the room.
Oh, bye.
Oh,
Uh,
all right.
Love you.
Fury,
She pauses.
we need to have a team talk.
About what? Without incriminating yourself.
Yesterday and tomorrow.
She stays. She returns to her spot on the seat.
Sick. Don't fall asleep this time.
Or at least listen.
You know what kind of a sleep I'm talking about. You know, I know, we all know.
I'm sorry that I wasn't with you yesterday.
That's not your fault. You didn't want to sneak out.
Not
Not
your
your
fault. American democracy was happening.
Yeah.
Nah, you're fine. You're a cover. If you weren't there, somebody might have noticed.
Also, if you showed up in the paper, I think it would have just caused a bigger stir.
Yeah, with your dad and everything.
Fair point. Still. You got hurt and I wasn't there to help. And that's not what a good teammate does. A good teammate knows when to make a sacrifice.
You can't really blame yourself for that, though.
Watch me.
I'm watching, and I'd like you
Nah,
to
so you
stop.
can't because you don't get to take credit for my mess. That's my mess, and I'm proud of it.
Besides, you just told me that not to blame myself. Well, how can you say the same thing? Can't you Just give some of that grace you've given me to yourself.
Try. What do we do?
I don't know.
That's a genuine question.
If we
Yeah.
leave, isn't Dr. Gray just gonna pick a new team?
Yes.
And
Yep.
and the other school's gonna do the same thing, and they're just gonna keep hurting people.
Yeah. It's not like if we all just up and leave, they'll decide this isn't the right idea and go with something else. They'll just pick 5 other kids.
And we can't. I won't leave everyone behind. If all of this is true, then I won't leave everyone behind.
We're a team, so whatever you all decide, I'll go with.
You get as much say as we do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean-
Last time I had a say in it, we got in a whole fight, and now we're in a
Hey,
paper,
hey.
and oh my gosh, we're all like brothers in a different school. I start panicking. I really shouldn't have that caffeine. I feel like my
Lita.
brain's going a
Hey,
billion miles.
hey.
Lita.
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
It's okay.
Hey.
It's okay.
Okay.
I would have done the same thing.
I lean into Arkelio and Marcus at the same time.
Akilo will wrap an arm around her.
Thank you.
I would have done the same thing.
You would've?
I told
Yeah.
you. I told you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Marcus, I know you like Dr. Gray, but I've been learning a lot about psychic powers. It's invasive to control people's emotions. She said it herself. She told me I wasn't allowed to go into other people's minds without permission, but she does it to us, Marcus.
Oh, I
You
know.
you know Orkilo feels no guilt about that. It's Orkilo. So why were they feeling it? You know that was fake feelings. Mine, sure, understandable. PD, maybe. You,
Maybe.
definitely. But Orkilo, Hildebranda doesn't feeling guilt. She was feeling pain, lots of pain.
I do occasionally feel guilty for things, I will say, just not often.
That word's not in my lexicon.
See,
I know. It. Then who do we trust?
each other.
I know
Okay.
that.
Don't you trust us, Marcus?
I do.
I don't know
I
anyone else
just-
that would put a giant just refrigerator down on someone because they could see me when I was invisible. So I trust you all. I smile at Beauty.
I have. First of all, I have no context for that.
I seem such a sister.
But there. I don't like not trusting anyone. I don't like not. We're a team. And I thought that Dr. Gray was a good coach. That's an important part of a team. I don't know what to do without one.
Metaphors.
Same, Lita's like,
I can try and talk in differential equations metaphors if you'd prefer.
in
No,
No.
I'll literally kill you. Don't do it.
No, it's okay.
in
The
gymnastics,
sports.
it's a coach, right? But when we win, it's not really about the coach. They always give them the praise, but it's really us, right? We're doing the heavy lifting. I always thought it was really weird that coaching was such an important role. Because if they're guiding us wrong, that doesn't mean that we won't do well. It's nothing to do with it, you know? It's about us.
Full disclosure of having never been on a sports team. Isn't the team captain more important than the coach for team morale, not necessarily for like power structure?
I like to look at Marcus. That's true.
I suppose. Sure, but
Sometimes the people who are supposed to guide you mess up and hurt you because they're doing it for their own selfish reasons. When Iron Man was on the television, my mom said something about how it was so awful to have someone, a kid like that. And all along, she had 2 of them.
at least.
But she brought me to this country. She raised me here. So she did something right, but that doesn't mean that she was doing everything right. I think Dr. Gray was maybe trying to get us out of our bad situations, but put us in a worse one.
I understand that more than you know.
I look at the group working in the gray zone. Ba 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 ba.
That was good. You did
I'm
a
proud
good
of
one.
you.
That was a
Thanks, guys.
good one.
Thank you.
No, if my dad knew what I was, I don't know.
I mean, I moved across the country, so says a lot.
Yeah.
I look at Petey and Hildebrand. This is the part where you share an emotional story. To bond.
I am just.
I stubbed my toe this morning, and that was pretty upsetting.
Oh fuck. Are you good?
Nah.
Oh, well, rip. I
Right.
thought it missed.
Yeah. Fist count.
I look at Petey. Your turn.
I'm letting you all know for the record that you've all already been incriminated by your words, and my plan has failed. So, congratulations.
Can I actually
What
get a
was your
pop culture roll?
Pop culture roll.
Damn.
Dog is so excited.
Wait, what?
Dude. You got
Hell
to
yeah.
That's my expertise. So why would I not
Don't-
get excited?
Don't say it's such an excitement.
This is her one job, Bella.
24.
I'm waiting
yeah.
with bated
24.
fucking breath for when we need my ritual magic skill.
I'm
Oh.
really waiting for my biology to come into play.
My knowledge physics?
My non-knowledge expertise, because I'm a
See-
dumb butt.
They call it pop culture, so it's popular. Of course, it's gonna come up a lot.
It
I knew
pops in and
this.
out.
Anything that's popular.
So,
What's up, though?
Petey, being an internet like pop culture TV kind of person, you've heard of like a little sect of like mutants on the West Coast. You've heard of just like, whereas this is like a school that you had never heard of, you've kind of heard of like a band of mutants who just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a feeling that you can maybe perhaps try to go to them or reach out to them.
Interesting. Okay, that's good
That is-
information.
That is Speedy's information to
Petey,
share
you-
however she wants.
You're doing that thing where you stare up onto the middle's distance, like when you're watching TV. What are you doing?
I think that she'd just shrug and be like, I am thinking of some phone calls that maybe I could find arrangement.
Aw, Petey's trying to look out for us. I go for a hug.
She doesn't like not accept it, but she one-armed hugs you back.
Aw,
And
okay,
she's
good.
like, I mean, I was looking out for you all with the idea that should somebody go probing inside my mind, none of you would be implicit in any sort of discussions or, possible
Thank you,
upheaval. But,
I'll learn to protect our
c'est
minds.
la vie.
Don't
Thank
worry,
you, Perry.
I'll learn to protect all of our minds. I guard my own, and I'll learn to take care of yours. Don't worry. I won't let anyone do this to us again.
I believe in you.
I believe that.
So what the hell are we gonna do?
Stay or go. Thoughts?
We go.
We go.
Wow.
I mean, if I have somewhere to
That's two
go,
out of middle
but for
finger.
now, this is all I got, and that'll make a point of turning my back.
Go where?
We can go with Langston, and the others, for now,
We can come back.
figure out step 2 then.
We need to be safe. We have to make sure our minds are safe. Just for now, Hildebrand, we'll come back.
Oh, I mean, if we have somewhere to go, that's fine. But I'm not gonna waste away in whatever little ranch they are.
Oh, well.
If
we'll
I'm going
find-
down, I'm going down swinging.
Yeah.
I intend to fight.
Just maybe on our own terms and not Dr. Gray's.
Yeah.
Even better.
Team unknown name. I put my hand to this.
Do we want to figure out a name while we're there? We could figure out a name while we're there. We
That's a
could
good idea. We should probably
brainstorm.
figure out a name. Just a thought.
You can make it a road trip game.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Perfect.
good idea.
Can any of us drive?
Drive? I was about to ask that.
Incredibly well, yes.
Oh, heck yes.
Great.
I mean, you also have the other
Thank you.
three too, so.
Yeah.
But can they drive? We don't know.
Oh yeah.
Can we? This is
Okay.
gonna sound silly. But can we?
Marcus has spent a lot of time with the figuring out how that very fancy car works. What do you know how to disable the tracker on that?
Ooh, we could work on that.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's something we can definitely work towards.
Just a pitch. It's gonna be. Totally feel free to say no, but can we bring Bobby?
It's a no. He is.
Um,
He is
Hey,
not.
it's your roommate.
I
he is
don't
not
think
part of this.
Bobby would leave.
I don't think he wants to.
I don't
he has
think
no
he
reason
would.
to.
Yeah.
Hey, I just feel bad. I hope his mind's not invaded.
To even entreat this plan upon him would put him in danger.
Yeah.
Hey.
we'll come
Yeah,
back
he's
for him
safest here.
and the
Okay.
rest.
Okay. We'll come
I'm
back.
not leaving. We're not leaving the rest behind.
Okay.
No.
Okay. When do we leave?
Tonight, I think.
As soon as possible.
Team unknown name. I put my hand to the circle again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
So it has been decided.
Woo!
Has it been decided?
Yeah.
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 Looks like it.
So as everyone puts their hand in to kind of seal the deal, Darcy blinks into the room
Fucking
with
wear a bell.
she is freaking out. You can tell that she's covered in rain and her eyes are wide. Her face has gone pale. Her her split hair, half white, half black, is just all messed up, which is unusual for her. As she is freaking out, she says,
Darcy?
"Sentinels!"
Here?
And that's where we're gonna end the game.
Oh no.
Oh.
Marcus, please
Julio.
remind me to call Rodney. Please put that in your notes.
Okay.
I've got it in my notes too.
Call
Thank
Rodney.
you. Bless you all. I really need to call my brother to find out if he's dead.
Rodney.
Call your brother.
Rodney!
So that's
Rodney,
where
are you dead?
we're leaving off for the night. Was that stressful? I'm sorry. That was a lot of
That was,
talking.
that was a lot. I got very emotional at one point. That was good.
Julio, why you do this?
Why you?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to have fun with my friends, telling a fun story. And I
Your
love it. I'm
word
also
of the
im-
game
Uh-huh.
was tense. You found every possible opportunity to make sure to know that it's tense.
Hell yeah. I just
So
I'm imposing my beliefs of the X-Men and how fucked up they are. Sorry.
I like it.
So
I
anyway,
think-
Word.
thanks for those who were watching. Tonight's episode was called Confessions. So thank you, Usher.
Thanks, Usher.
Hell yeah, sure.
Usher.
I have been Julio, aka Poppy Chomplu, aka the Dominican Dick Dastardly. You can find me at Poppy Champlu on Twitter and online, on the internet, elsewhere. So holler at me. Let's see. Let's kick it off to Bella. Or no, reverse order. Rue.
Damn it.
Unrelated but related to your introduction. One time my partner walked past my computer while I was talking to you on Discord, and my partner was like, "Why do you talk to someone on Discord named Papi Chulo?" Oh, that's not what that said.
I mean, full on. When I first read it, that's what I first thought it was.
Yeah,
Too.
no, I mean, that's fair.
Anyway.
Yeah, no. Anyway, I don't have to explain my internet presence, my branding, my handle.
Branding,
but it's not
oh,
relevant.
But it's
Lord.
really funny when 40-year-old white dudes are calling me Poppy. It's.
It's great.
Very good. I love that for you.
I'm Rue. I use they or he pronouns, and I'm playing Orkilo, who uses they them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter as at IlanaKnight13, and anywhere else is just Ilana Knight without the 13, because I made a Twitter when I was like 12 and forgot the password. I do a lot of voice acting things. You can hear me in some podcasts. It's very exciting. One of them comes out in March that I'm really excited about, so I will talk to you more about that in March. But yeah, they're listed on my Twitter, the podcast you can find me in. And then I play a Powered by the Apocalypse game on every other Tuesday now, because we've changed our day on Here's That Limits, because 2 of our players had class, so we moved it to Tuesdays.
We'd
Is
love
that
to see
happening?
it.
Is that happening this week?
No, next week.
Okay.
It's the opposite week as this game,
Cool.
which is great.
I
for
love
me.
that. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I didn't miss an episode, did I?
What was the last one you listened to?
Oh, we can talk about this off stream.
Yeah, that's true. We can do it.
And then after Rue is Rowan.
Rowan? Yeah.
Alright, we're in reverse order. Thank you for joining us, lovely people. I have been Rowan and sometimes Marcus. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok as @RedWhiteRP. That's right, I have a TikTok now.
Woo!
Yeah, you can
I'm so
blame
excited.
that one. Right, I did. Cool.
Follow them, all of you.
Beyond that, you can catch me Tuesday and Wednesday nights over on Critical Misses at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays for Second City Saviors, a Masks game where I play Cassie Kalina, aka Hecate, a very sad witch girl who might have broken the world again for like the second or third time. I'm not sure. I lost track at this point. And then on Wednesdays for Under the Pale Cold Sun, a very horny Vampire the Masquerade 5e game where I play Fiorentino de Calza, our resident Toreador. That is everything that I'm in that I can talk about right now. So I will see you next time.
Now it's
Now,
Velvet.
who's next? It's Velvet.
Velvet? Yeah.
Who?
You, Velvet.
you, babe.
Oh, and me. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of X-Millennials. I've been Velvet Fair playing Hildebronda, who is going to fuck up some Sentinels next time. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar. Mainly the Bird app and the Clock app. Still working on figuring out stream stuff, but that'll be up soon.
And then
No.
T.
T.
Hey everybody, it's me again.
No.
I'm at Trash Capital on Twitter. I'm T. I'm at Trash Capital on Twitter. But I moved off the grid like a week ago, so now I'm growing my own potatoes. I'm not using my phone. I'm only using my computer for this, but as soon as this game is over, I'm smashing my computer. You'll never hear from me again.
Send it to me. I'll pay for shipping.
Yeah. No, because then I have to go to the post office, and that's a thing of the new
Damn,
world.
you're right. You can send a raven.
Yeah. So if you have any like things you need to DM me, send me a raven, because that's still legal for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep on Xing. I'm working on that one now.
Bella.
Love it.
Hi, I have been Lena, aka Boondoggles, aka Bella. I hate following T because she is a clever machine and it makes me sad. when you don't find me here on Mondays, you will find me on Action Fictions, Action Fiction, not Action Fictions.
There are
Playing
multiple
Castle
fictions.
Focus. There's so many fictions. There's not just one. There's multiple.
Multiple action fictions.
So many action fictions. At 8 p.m. Eastern, playing Castle Falkenstein, where I play Theodosia Catal, who is a shy girl who's finding out the world is bad. Turns out the world's bad. When I think that's it. Yeah, and then coming up, I will be playing a City of Mist game on Super Dylan's channel in March. It'll be Saturday at 8 p.m. I'm very excited about it. I'm very nervous, mostly the nervous one, but you know, I also
You're
have
gonna
a
do
podcast.
great.
Thank you. I'm very excited. I think that they've made a terrible mistake choosing me, but that's
I
besides the
doubt
point.
that.
Never. Stop.
I also have a podcast coming out with Hot Persona Games it's called Ace Jam, where we talk about the Ace Spec experience, and that's aromantics, asexuals, and agender, and like we're just making a podcast where we think it would be very helpful to those who are on that spectrum, people who want to know about that spectrum, and mostly just making it for our younger selves who could have used it when we were younger and trying to figure out identities. So yeah,
You should check that out because there's some cool guests on it.
Rowan's a guest. We're very excited about it. Velvet will also be a guest eventually when I can figure out how to schedule humans. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. This
Yes,
was a
thank you
very,
for watching.
very good episode.
I personally am very bad at plugging things, and I just remembered I have a big
Every
thing
time.
coming up. Always.
yeah.
I should
Every
start writing
single
it
time.
down.
Yeah.
Without fail, who
I've
knows?
got like a really big thing coming up, and I'm just really bad at remembering.
It's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
It is, and you should say it.
Like
Nowish.
I'm gonna wait till next game when it's no longer relevant.
Don't do that.
Psych.
Seriously, don't do that.
So, this Friday, or Saturday, the 20th of February, at 8 p.m. Eastern, on Friends Who Roll Dice, is a game ran by me. Interesting.
Dope.
Fun. It's going to
Hell
be a
yeah.
one-shot, because we all love one-shots that are just one shot. And it's also going to be a 20th level game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Yes, I know. 20th level in a one-shot. What was I thinking? I don't know. But we're going to do it anyway. It's called Ascendance, and it takes place in my own personal homebrew that's really weird and wacky, and it's all for charity. So please stop by, watch, hang out, and donate. And that's this Saturday. So that's it for me. I think that's all I have going on. Psych, except Friday nights. Catch me on Critical Misses for Beyond the Twilight Road with Velvet. If you want to watch some Faye bullshit. Anyway,
much Faye
that's
So
it.
much Faye bullshit.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.